Picking up a camera was one of the best decisions I have ever made. It has opened so many doors for me and led me to opportunities I never could have even dreamed of doing. If you have ever been interested in content creation, whether it be for yourself for TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube, or even as a third party for sports, travel, or even doing corporate content, there has never been as good of a time to start as now. During your student years, you are often limited by a handful of factors that disable you from doing the things that you actually want to do. That all changed for me when I decided to pick up a camera, and as a testament to that point, I want to take you along one of the best experiences of my life, traveling with my college basketball team and filming the NCAA Final Four. In order to best highlight just how insane this experience was and to show you the potential of what you can achieve through content creation, I first need to start with Tuesday, April 2nd, the travel day. Me personally, I have never traveled alone before, so flying to Cleveland, Ohio by myself was a pretty intimidating idea. However, this was not just any normal flight. It turns out that traveling with one of the best college basketball teams in the nation has some perks, and one of them is chartering a whole plane. So the team bus pulled right up to the plane instead of us having to go through the airport, dealing with TSA, checking bags, and all of that. Within 30 minutes of us arriving to the airport, the plane was loaded, the wheels were up, and we were on our way to Cleveland. When we touched down, there was a party waiting for us in one of the airplane hangars. And when I say party, I mean party. Yeah, they had an entire party waiting for us, including a live DJ and a bunch of media crew. It was super fun and the team was getting into it, though after a day of traveling, I was pretty tired and I was just very glad to get to the hotel. The bus rolled into downtown Cleveland, just a few minutes away from the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, and we started to unload. I crashed on the couch as soon as I got to the room. So Wednesday is when all the March Madness stuff actually starts up. There are two major obligations that need to be completed today, and one of them is ESPN Media Day. If you are someone who's passionate about the media industry and the camera space, this experience was a dream come true. Being able to witness how an operation like this flows was super insightful, so here are two things that I learned throughout the entire experience. Number one, planning is the most important part of a shoot. In order for an operation like this to go successfully, everyone needs to know exactly what they're doing, what they're shooting, what shots need to be obtained, and how to fit it in a certain time limit. And with 7 different rooms, all with different sets, different staff, and different shot lists, the planning needs to be precise, down to the minute. Number 2 is what I like to call the vibe check. Now, I don't like using the word vibe, I really think it's overused in today's world, but for the purpose of this video, I'm just gonna call it that. What I really mean is creating comfort for both the staff team and the subjects. Whether you are filming yourself or someone else, it will be awkward for someone who is not used to being in front of a camera. For some of the seniors on the team, today was light work, but for some of the freshmen, this could be some of their first times ever being part of a big production like this. The ESPN crew knew that this may be the case and did a great job of making sure that everyone was as comfortable as possible. This included providing snacks and drinks for the players, giving them a quiet room away from the camera so that they can get their mind right, and playing music that matched the energy of the room. The players were also able to submit song requests so that they could be as relaxed as possible, and this paid off incredibly well. I could tell that the players were having a lot of fun and enjoying the shoot, so in the end, the results did not look forced. One of the best techniques that I saw from the day was not a camera angle nor a lighting technique, it was actually yelling done by the crew. If you have ever done a media day or seen results from one, you would know that a yelling shot is one of the staples. However, you can imagine that this is pretty uncomfortable to do. I mean, you're yelling at a camera and someone is behind it pointing it at you. However, it was made way easier when the entire crew behind the camera yelled with the player. One simple yell from the crew made a world of difference, and the players enjoyed that scene way more than the other ones. And in the end, the shoot went way smoother than anything I've ever been a part of. After the media day went by without any issues, I was able to attend the team's closed practice. Now, if you were ever placed in a position like this, please remember one thing. Never release anything that may reveal the team's secrets or strategies. This includes plays, anything discussed during team meetings, etc. Remember, being able to attend closed practice means that you have gained the trust of the players and coaches. The easiest way to break that trust is compromising any of their secrets. So if you ever plan on releasing practice footage, whether that be for a team video or your personal page, please remember to review it thoroughly, just in case there's something in there that crosses that boundary. Okay, so boom, it's Thursday, April 4th. This is where the fun begins. First thing in the morning, we are in the Cleveland Cavaliers arena. This is where we're going to play South Carolina tomorrow, so the players are given another close practice in order to get adjusted to the place. If you see in the background, there's actually a lot of media crew present. That is because this practice was actually a hybrid. The first part of the practice is open to the public and press, and the second part of practice was closed for only the team. Luckily, being part of team media means that I get to stay for the whole thing. And if you are ever trying to be in the sports industry, I highly recommend being part of team media instead of being a part of a bigger organization such as ESPN or NCAA. You become a legitimate member of the team, and you're able to build relationships with both the coaches and the players. Whereas in a bigger organization, you just aren't able to do that. Also, you're able to just hang out in the Cavs arena. And as a basketball fan, I could never pass up that opportunity. After practice, there was a surprise waiting for all the players in the hotel. Since NC State is an Adidas-sponsored school, Adidas had something to give to the players. And if you're wondering if the supporting staff also got some love, well, let's just play the clip.
Seriously? So hard.
This is crazy.
And you got it at the what? The Final Four.
At the
Let's
Final
go.
Four.
Hey. Look at my boy. You see the after hours? You see it. That's crazy.
Yep, I was also blessed with a gift bag from Adidas. Again, this is one of the perks of being part of the team media. Needless to say, I was incredibly excited. The gift was amazing. However, the better part of that was the validation that I was actually recognized as being part of the team. As a creative, this is one of the greatest honors. Having your work seen by thousands of people and having the team that you support appreciate you for it. It was honestly a feeling like no other. And they weren't just giving me extra gear. They even included a pair of shoes for me in my exact size. This is why I recommend shooting for being a team creative. You actually become a part of the team. Just like the coaches, the nutritionists, the supporting staff, and the players are also a part of the team.
Thank y'all.
Friday, April 5th, game day. Unfortunately, our last day of activities, but still very eventful. After another morning of shoot around and practice, it is time to prepare for the game. As media, we have certain obligations, and we also have a bunch of rules that sometimes limit us from completing these obligations. It can get pretty frustrating at times, and it was the case for this game. I was placed at a pretty high angle, but I did the best I could with what I was provided with. We did end up losing the game, however, I was able to sit in the VIP section for the next game, which was between Iowa and Caitlin Clark, and UConn with Paige Beckers. It was a pretty insane experience to witness that game in person, and my parents even saw me on TV. This entire experience was something that I would imagine out of a movie. If you told me a year ago that I would be traveling with the NC State women's basketball team and filming the NCAA Final Four, I would actually laugh in your face. A year ago, I actually had no connection with any college athletics. A year ago, I was a little kid picking up a camera for maybe the first couple of times. A year ago, I was making funny little vlogs with my friends, and in a single year, I have progressed my skills and connections to the point where I can join my university's basketball team. I say this to prove to you that it is possible. The work that you put in will not go unnoticed. Every piece that you put out into the world means something. And with every piece that you work on, you continue to improve. Keep an open mind and an open heart, and one day you will find yourself in the nationwide spotlight. I appreciate you so much for watching this far. Have an amazing day and inspire others to create. I am never drinking coffee while filming A-roll again. Oh my god.